Irrevocable thought. Providence. Invocate. You cannot hide from fate. Negligence.
I have a feeling this is going to be so much harder. Hey friends, and welcome back to Path of Exile for another update on our Phys DoT Elementalist. So yesterday we made quite a few upgrades, mostly defensive and damage upgrades. So the most significant upgrade in my opinion is the upgrade we made to our chainmail, or our body armor, which we went to a sacred chainmail and we hit it with a couple of dense fossils until we got a pretty good roll. Nothing too wild, just tier 2, and then a resistance. Then we crafted on an extra resistance so that we had that going for us. Along with that, we changed up one of our masteries to be the increased life as long as we have no life on our body armor, which we now do not, so that's there. We also upgraded our helmet to a much better base, so that's giving us way more armor and ES now as well. We still want to do some crafting on this. It's not the best, so we have a fractured life roll. I want a tier 2 or tier 1 increased armor ES, but tier 3 is what we got, so we just stuck with it because we got another resistance and then crafted on more resistances on there. And I think that is most of what went on. We upgraded our boots. No, we didn't. We have the same boots as yesterday. We have added the implicits there, so we've got an increased effective buff from Flame Golem, and then we added Herald of Purity increased buff effect to our gloves. Now, these gloves still aren't super great, but I don't want to change them before we finish out our next couple of crafts, and we'll talk about those in just a second. So the other thing we did yesterday is we made it all the way to T16s, fought Exarch and Eater and got the Watchstones there, and then also fought the first of the new Pinnacle bosses, which was a lot of fun. Let's see, the plan for today is gear and money, basically. So we need to farm resources because we're pretty poor, and we need to craft 2 pieces of gear which require us to spam essences, and so we're going to farm essences today in hopes to get those essences to do that. So our boots right here, we need life on our boots, so we're recrafting these, and we need chaos res or movement speed essences, because we definitely need chaos res here, and we want, of course, movement speed. These might end up being expensive in the long run, because I might end up doing something like a suffixes cannot be changed, and then veiled chaos to try and get a good movement speed, but we'll see what that is. The other craft that we're going to be doing at the same time is our new staff. So we got a fractured damage over time multi staff, which is the fracture that we really want, and it's a tier 2. No, it's tier 3. So we got that fracture, which is really great. It doesn't have to be crazy. Higher is better, but we wanted the attack damage block has to be damage over time multi. So we got what we wanted. Now, what we're going to do is we need Deafening Essence of Fear, and we're going to spam that on here until we get +1 socketed gems, which is a fairly rare mod, so it might take a while. And so that's the other thing we're going to be working on in the background. Now we do have this 5 linked, which is going to be where our Corrupting Fever is going to move once we hit that mod, and eventually we'll want to 6 link this and add in Reap. And so Reap is going to give us another source of damage, which is going to really help with our single target. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Alright, swapping over to POB, here's what the build looks like after our upgrades yesterday. So you can see that we significantly increased our effective hit pool, which this is just an import, so it does have Molten Shell enabled. If we disable that, it's still, with Molten Shell disabled here, it is better than Molten Shell enabled on yesterday's. So significant upgrade there. We still have lots of work to do on our flasks, and we grabbed a Light of Meaning for life, which this isn't doing a ton for us. Like, it is giving us more health, but it's not actually a ton of health. It was just cheap, so I got it. We still have our Intuitive Leap, and that's kind of what we've got going. The other thing we can do is, I do at some point want to fit in Flesh and Stone, which is going to be really good for fixing or making our defenses better. But there's the issue of unreserved mana, so we do not currently have enough reservation efficiency to do this, because if we do this, we still cannot summon our golems, and it won't work. So that's that. The other thing, I think that's it for now. I do eventually kind of want to get rid of Blade Blast. I think that'll be really nice, and the thing we can do with those two slots is we can fit in phase run and automation support, which should feel really nice on the build. Not sure if that's going to be worth it or if it's going to fit, but we will see. We're really starved for sockets on the build, so we'll have to figure out where we're going to fit those in. And I think that does it for the updates. As far as the levels go today, we're focused on getting Tireless, which is going to, of course, give us more life. But it's going to be really important to get that life, because we are going to need it once we add a support to Corrupting Fever. So Corrupting Fever right now, we've got a 21, and Brutality, Efficacy, Swift Affliction. If we add an Empower, our life cost goes up significantly, and that's if we don't have any other gem levels from anywhere else. And so the higher we boost Corrupting Fever, the more that life cost is going to balloon. And so we need to both reduce the cost of Corrupting Fever and increase our life. So Tireless Tree is really good for that. We're going to pick that up. And I think that about covers everything we're doing. Next steps, I guess, we're going to get Tireless. We're going to grab that jewel slot, this jewel slot, and that puts us all the way to 98 already. And that puts us at 99 for Mystic Bulwark. So, a lot left to do. We're probably going to end up dropping this cluster right here. It's a very good cluster, especially for damage. But I'd rather have the jewel slots and the life. Here at the end, we will show the boss fight with the newest Pinnacle boss. This is the quest version, of course. So not nearly as juiced as the real version. If you do not want any spoilers, now is your opportunity to click off. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having an incredible league start, and I'll be streaming in just a little bit. So if you want to come check out our progress today, I'll be on Twitch and on YouTube. And if you hit that subscribe button, you'll get all of the updates on the build as it goes through all of its processes. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Patience is a mercy. Invocate.
Not understand everything that is going on in here. Hey, get to save our ship. Alright. Seems like a slam. Okay, that was a slam. Don't be near him when he does that.
You cannot hide from fate. Irrevocable thoughts. Negligence. I am not the end.
Oh, right. Don't be in that.
Patience is a mercy. Irrevocable thoughts. Providence. Negligence. I am not the end. You cannot hide from fate.
I'm so glad I went like pretty big into block.
Irrevocable thoughts. Patience is a mercy.
Wait, is there no music in here or did I turn music off? Probably not.
Erase. Negligence. Tangible pain. You cannot hide from fate. Erase. I am not the end. Patience is a mercy. Negligence. Irrevocable thoughts. Providence. Invocate. You cannot hide from fate. Negligence.
I have a feeling this is gonna be so much harder.
Consumes.
Field version.